Hi, it is not a Tuesday morning, it is a Wednesday morning, and it is time for Mrs. Mummypenny Talks. I have managed to do 4 episodes from home. This is good, this is consistent. I will be honest with you, it's more difficult to do it when it's at home than when you go into a studio to do it. I don't know, the act of going to the studio almost forces it to happen. But I'm here and I want to talk to you about some exciting money things and what I've been up to for the past week. So what I'm going to go over today is I'm going to talk to you about Aldi Christmas, where I spent the day yesterday with the Aldi team and got to eat and drink and look at all their gifting ideas, everything coming for Christmas. I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about the importance of life admin and some mistakes I've made in the past few weeks, which have cost me money, but then I had a bit of a win yesterday, which made me some money. And yeah, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I got up to last week, because I had a really, really good weekend. So let's go through them in that order. And I've also just realised that my lipstick does not match my hair in any way at all, but who cares. And also I cut my fringe this morning myself, and that side seems to be a bit longer than the other side. See, money saving doesn't always work, does it? Cutting your own fringe. So yeah, Aldi Christmas. So every year, normally in July, all the big retailers pull all the stocks out and get all their Christmas food and drink and gifts all in a big place where you can go and visit and take pictures and ask the buyers lots of questions and stuff. So yesterday was the turn of Aldi. So they've done things a little bit differently this year. They have gone with how times are changing, which was very good. So 1st of October we had the event, because what they've realised is doing these Christmas events in July, so far away till July, and a lot of the people that go to these events are people like myself that have websites, and I don't need to know 6 months or 5 months in advance what's going to be happening for Christmas. Yeah, like a couple of months before, absolutely I do need to know, and there will be lots of content going up on my blog post about my favourite items with all pictures and stuff. But yeah, Aldi decided to change it and do it on the 1st of October. So yeah, it was yesterday. It was a drop-in event all day, and I got there for about 11:30. And you sort of work your way around all the different departments of Aldi and have a chat to the buyers, and I know quite a lot of the buyers now. It's really nice, because I think it's the fourth year in a row that I've been to the Aldi event. So yeah, it was nice to catch up with some people who I speak to once a year and find out what the new things are going on in the Aldi world. So yeah, it was really good. So started off with like the gifting ideas. So there was like a section for under £5, under £10. Very lovely things, like lots of people were talking about face rollers. You might have seen them on TV. You can get them in jade and in quartz. So it's like a little face roller crystal thing that you roll. So it's make you look younger. Anyway, you can get them in Aldi, and I think they're maybe £7 or £8, which is pretty cheap for one of those things. There was some gorgeous like scarves, really, really soft wraparound scarf. I'm definitely going to get one of them. Really nice water bottles. And then I went over to homeware. So very cute matching pajamas, really nice Christmas jumpers. There was a gorgeous, do you know what, I didn't take a photo of it. It was really annoying. I'll have to get a picture of it. There's a really nice grey jumper with some like green and orange sequins here, and it was 10 quid. Like, that's a bargain. It was really, really nice. Really lovely like homeware, tables, plates and glasses. There were some really beautiful like big champagne glasses that I really liked the look of. There are a lot of pictures over on my Instagram, so you can go and have a look on my Insta stories, and then if you look on my actual Instagram feed, I put a picture of like my 10 favourite food items, and I'll put another post up today of my favourite non-food items. What did I see that I really loved? super soft cushions and rugs, a really nice velvet chair, which was £80, like for a little velvet chair, could sit in the corner of your living room. Quite liked that. Then loads of wooden toys. Wooden toys are really in for Aldi this year. Everything's under 100 quid. So there was these like massive kitchens. Everything was very unisex, which was good to see. Apart from the till. The till was bright pink, and I thought, why have you made the till pink? But interesting, the little till came with a chip and pin reader this year. How times are changing. I loved my till when I was growing up. Yeah, a really lovely like doll's house that comes with like all the furniture bits in it as well. So yeah, really good value for all of that, less than £100. It's pretty much all make it yourself. But the toy buyer did say that like, she's a mum and they get together when all the products come in and they like make them all together. So that was good to see. Amazing makeup. I'm a huge fan of Aldi makeup. What have I got on that's Aldi makeup today? My pretty much everything. My mascara and eyeshadow is Aldi. My lips is not Aldi. And the brown powder, the bronzing powder and highlighter from my face is Aldi as well. So yeah, lots of really nice makeup coming, and what they've decided to do, which is quite interesting, so they're really well known for copying famous brands, but they've decided to create a brand of their own right. So they're moving away from the packaging being so similar to some of the brands out there, like, you know, Charlotte Tilbury and Benefit and all the stuff they're quite famous for copying. So yeah, it's interesting that they've built up such a market for their products that they can now create their own versions. So they had a really cool like mascara. I didn't try it, but it did look really nice, and it wasn't a copy of any other brand. It was just in this really nice purple packaging. So yes, all great value. The eyeshadow, very exciting. So I've got a big long palette of eyeshadow at the moment, which is about 12 different colours. What they've done is so they've cut that in half, so you can get a little 6 palette for £3.99, bargain. There was some really nice like face creams, some brushes, and candle selection was incredible. Loads of really exciting candles, lots of really nice new scents. And then I went on to the food. Actually, I had a hand massage first. They were giving away free hand massages, so that was nice. Food, oh my gosh, it was amazing. I did about 3 circuits so I could go and taste all the food, because they had all the food like beautifully styled, but you weren't allowed to touch any of that. You could only eat the food that was on the slates in front. So the standout items for me absolutely was the meat. So there was some really great sausages, pigs in blankets. There was a 2-meter pig in blanket, which was all sort of wrapped into a ring. How would you describe it? A wheel, round and round and round and round. Turkey was amazing, had some really nice stuffing, some really nice beef. They had an incredible vegetarian and vegan range, like really good. I tried like a mushroom and sweet potato sort of thing in pastry, which was really good. Went very well with the red wine that Sam, the mistress of wine who was there, paired it up with. What else was really good? Really good party food. Oh, cheese. The cheese was amazing. I'm a big cheese person. They had this truffle Gouda cheese, which was absolutely to die for. One of the nicest things I've tasted. In store. Oh, did they say mid-October? I really hope it's soon, because it was amazing. What else was there that was fun and exciting? Salmon was really nice. Loads of desserts, but I'm not really into desserts. It's not really my thing. They had quite a cute like chocolate bauble that had like a snowflake cut out of it. And the alcohol, of course. So Cara Gamble was there for a couple of hours in the afternoon, 3 hours in the afternoon. So we had a nice little tour of the alcohol bit. So we tasted some rosé wine, some red wine, some sweet wines, and some ports that were really nice. And then we tried some of the gins. So we had a wonderful time, and we also had a few glasses of champagne. So and when you leave these events, you come away with a goodie bag. So I thought I'd just show you some of the exciting things you get. A bottle of champagne. Yay! This was the champagne we were drinking. This is Aldi's standard champagne. Now, don't quote me correctly. I think it's about £10 for a bottle. So it's a great price for champagne. I've already started eating some of the things that came in the bag. Well, there was a chocolate reindeer, which Jack stole as soon as I got home. These dates are really lovely. And they're massive. Look. Ooh. As big as my nose. Yeah, really good dates. Got some mince pies, got some chocolates which I'm going to give to Marianne. We'll see her on Friday. Got some chutney. Don't have any cheese in the fridge though, so need to go get some cheese to go with my lovely sloe gin chutney. Some mincemeat, so I can actually make some mince pies. I wonder if I'll do that. Maybe not. So yeah, really great day. Yeah, I'll be putting lots of pictures on my social media, and there will be posts going live. I'll probably do 2 different posts, one for my food highlights and one for my non-food highlights. So yes, that was great fun. So the other thing I want to talk about is life admin, money admin, because I bang on about doing things and I don't necessarily follow some of the guidance I give for myself. So life's been a little bit complicated recently, so understandable that some things have gone under the radar. But I actually realised last week that I've been paying for 2 lots of broadband for 3 months. This is really not clever, Lynn. So I switched from Talk over to Virgin at the end of July, and I made the assumption that Virgin would tell Talk that I didn't need their broadband anymore, and it would just sort of transfer from one provider to the other. You know, like when you switch energy, when you move from one company to another, the new company talks to the old company, and they just switch off one and move to the other. That's just how it works. Anyway, it didn't work like that for my broadband, so I was paying £23 a month for August, September unnecessarily. So and this just goes to show that don't accept things that are just charged to you. So I think it was 3 months of money I paid that I shouldn't have done. So we're talking £66. So I called up Talk as soon as I saw it on Monday. I was like, look, I've made a mistake. I assumed that this switch would happen automatically and that your bills would stop and Virgin's would start. And Talk were like, we have no record of you leaving us. It's not really our problem. It was very much like that. So I was like, not really happy with that. I want this raised as a complaint. I want it escalated. So that's the first step to getting compensation out of these companies, or to get some money back out of these companies, is to escalate the complaint. So I had a phone call yesterday from their complaints department, and I explained the issue again, and they sort of first stance was, not really our problem. We're not going to help you. And then I said, but I've been a loyal customer for like 2.5 years. You go back over the last 2 months and you see I haven't even used any of my broadband. And I could go and mention this on Twitter. I did actually say those words. I could go and mention it on Twitter. And the man sort of went off and said, okay, I'll go and see what I can do. Came back 2 minutes later, offered me 1 month's worth of refund. And he was actually a really nice guy. So I was like, okay. And I was like, well, if he's offered me 1 month, there's obviously a pot of money. He can offer me more money. So I said, no, I'd actually like 2 months. Can you get back and see if that's possible? At all possible? I'd be very grateful. And he came back 2 minutes later and said, yes, I can give you 2 months refund. So I ended up getting £45 back off of Talk. So even though, I suppose, was it my mistake? I made an assumption that a company would change something over, and they didn't, and I should have checked. But anyway, I got my £45 back. But unfortunately, all that does is counterbalances a parking fine that I got 2 weeks ago. I've just had a nightmare of parking fines and speeding tickets this year. I think I've had 3 parking fines. I've had 2 speeding tickets. I've driven in a bus lane. It's ridiculous. And the parking fine was from oh, that stopped. The parking fine was from Debenhams in Stevenage, where I'd gone to work. So I went to sit in a Costa coffee to work for 4 hours and ended up with a 50 quid parking fine. So I should really, I could challenge that one, because a couple of guys on Twitter have told me how to challenge these things. So I'll see if I've got the energy. So yeah, it's really important to do your life admin. Make sure you're not paying for things that you shouldn't be. Like me, that you're not paying for 2 lots of broadband at the same time. Silly. And that also goes on to just checking all sorts of things that you pay for every month in your direct debits, making sure you're in the best deal, making sure that you are actually using the thing that you're paying for. I know a lot of us have like insurances that we maybe don't necessarily need. Boiler insurance is a really common one. I see a lot of people have. Like, go back over the last few years, how many times you've really had to use your boiler insurance? I've never had to call. I shouldn't say that, never, should I? Touch wood. Can touch wood because I'm under my stairs, wood door frame next to me. Yeah, life admin, very important. So the last thing I just wanted to touch on was the wonders of Airbnb. So I'm quite new to Airbnb. It's hello Kirsty, hello Marie. I can see people who have joined. I always do this very last minute. Add it to your home insurance. Add what to my home insurance? I don't know what Kirsty's talking about there. Airbnb, add that to your home insurance? I don't think so. She'll reply. So yeah, I keep doing these last minute Airbnb things. So I had to be away from the house last weekend. So I found this really, really, really cute mill house. Oh, boiler protection. Home emergency cover. I bet that would make your home insurance really expensive though. See, I'm a little bit like with insurance. You could pay for it for like 5 years in a row and never make a claim on it. So I'm not too fond of over insurance. But yeah, you can, as Kirsty is saying on the Facebook live chat, you could add boiler protection onto your home insurance. So yeah, last minute Airbnb deals are really great. I found this very cute little cottage in Norfolk. I didn't quite realise how far away it was, 2.5 hours away, but no, 2.25 hours away, but right next to the beach. And it was £75 a night, and I had a whole sort of cottage to myself. 5-minute drive to the beach, or I could walk there, because on Saturday I did the longest walk ever. I did a 10-mile walk. And oh, good money saving tip there, Kirsty, the money saving mum. It's 25 quid a year to add boiler insurance onto your home insurance. Yeah, the cottage was super cute. So it was the main house was like a water mill, and then I was in the sort of workman's cottage to the side. It was like this perfectly formed little cottage with a bathroom and a little corner kitchen, sofa, TV, a really lovely balcony which just looked onto like countryside. And I got very excited about all the nature I saw. So a kingfisher, an actual kingfisher, flew past, because there was a little river by the side of the cottage. There was a swan that landed in the field next to me. I looked out at twilight on the Friday night, and there was a barn owl literally sat on a fence post like right next to my cottage. I was like, oh God, I need to take a picture of the barn owl. So I turned on the picture and then it flew away. Saw loads of seals down at the beach, lots of them bobbing around in the sea. But at one point, a little baby seal crawled out, and I got close enough to get a really good picture. So that's over on my Instagram as well. So it was really nice to just get back to nature and just walk and be next to the sea. I went to the sea 3 days in a row. So yeah, it was a really great value weekend. I intended to do some writing. Did I do any writing? No. I did read a book though, so that was good. That was good. So yeah, Airbnb, really highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. So that's it for my week. I don't really know what I've got planned this week. Oh my gosh, a mountain of football. So Friday night, Josh has got a tournament. Saturday, Dylan's got a game. Josh's game's been cancelled. Sunday, Dylan's got a game. So yes, basically spending my entire weekend at football. But it's great. It's with my boys. And we're having a bit of an early birthday celebration for Josh on Sunday because it's his birthday on Wednesday. So yeah, good times. Right, thank you for watching. I'll pop this over on YouTube and I will figure out what to do with the recordings because I've not figured out what to do with that yet. Yeah, cheers everyone. I'll see you next week.